Ohio, Ms. Kaptur, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I ask unanimous consent to address the House for 5 minutes and to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, let's talk about a topic of vital importance, the rising cost of living in America and the rising unemployment rate. 700,000 more workers got pink-slipped. Throughout the last year, the president of the free world made numerous golden promises that prices would come down under a Trump administration. Unfortunately, to date, that promise hasn't been kept. Everywhere I go in my district, from Bryan to Defiance, from Sandusky to Toledo, I hear the same plea over and over. Life isn't affordable, and it's getting worse, Marcy. My constituents in northwestern Ohio are struggling to afford the costs of their groceries at the checkout counter. They're struggling to afford their costs of rent, of buying a home. And property taxes are on the rise. In Ohio, health insurance costs, too, are set to skyrocket for over 500,000 families due to inaction to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits. This July, households in Ohio saw their monthly energy bills increase a minimum of 10%. Some more than doubled. With AI data centers competing for land, Congress must help local communities develop plans to prevent rising bills for energy and water. Our constituents in White House told me that her family already saw their energy bill go from $230 a month to $494 in July. How can any family afford that? In my part of the country, the Great Lakes, our region's economy is intertwined with our neighbors to the north, Canada, our largest trading partner in our Great Lakes nation. If we were a country, we'd be the third largest economy in the world. So why is this administration and Congress hurting us? Punitive tariffs have sent our regional economy spiraling. The cost of lumber is up. The cost of cars are up. The cost of steel is up. The cost of potash is up. The cost of almost everything is up. This hurts not only our consumers, but also our workers who make Toledo Jeeps or parts for other American automakers like General Motors and Ford. Thousands of auto workers have been laid off. Tariffs also really hurt our farmers in the field. They've lost major share of markets in corn and soy abroad because of reckless trade wars. Higher input costs cripple the ability to farm the same fields their families have farmed for generations. Cattlemen in our region are struggling to feed their herds and also get their beef to market affordably at the same time that President Trump gave $40 billion, handed over $40 billion in American taxpayer money to Argentina, whose farmers are trying to undercut the very cattlemen I represent. One farmer called my office yesterday. He made $100,000 less this year because of tariffs and rising input costs because of tariffs. And he said, luckily, Marcy, we saved some money from the Biden years, but our income has been very, very difficult to meet rising costs, and we make some money from ethanol and biodiesel. Keep up the work on that, Marcy, he said. Mr. Speaker, tens of thousands of people across northwestern Ohio, 500,000 Ohioans in total, and 15 million more nationwide are at risk of losing their health insurance, being priced out of the market. A constituent from Clyde, Ohio, said, Marcy, high insurance prices will allow people to die by making health insurance unaffordable. It was terrible for our family before the ACA. We will band together to try to help feed our neighbors, but we aren't doctors. We need affordable health care. A Toledo resident told me their family cannot afford another crushing expense, and I quote, groceries cost more than twice what they did a few years ago. Child care and rent are up for us more than ever, and now unless Congress acts, our health insurance premiums could double. For a family like mine, that means an extra $100 per person per month, money we simply don't have. Please extend the ACA, enhanced premium tax credits, and protect working families. We need relief, not higher costs. These pleas aren't aberrations. They come every day. They're the norm. Wherever I go, I hear someone suffering under rising costs. Our neighbors are struggling to afford their groceries as states nationwide are trying to cut SNAP dollars for those who need them and limit what they can buy. Meanwhile, food costs across the board are up. 3.1%. Beef and veal are up 14.7% as of the end of September. A pound of beef costs $6.23 or more is simply just unaffordable. That number continues to climb. For the last year, there's been no action by the majority in this chamber, by the White House, or anyone else in power to address the affordability crisis. Hello? Hello? Reckless and ill-considered tariffs have made it worse. Let me assure you, people in
gentlelady's time has
Northwest Ohio
expired.
are paying attention and deciding how to live. We need this Congress and the President at the other end of this avenue to work together. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back.